What is up guys, and welcome to a new series where I use money making guides from the OSRS Wiki. If you guys enjoy this idea, I'll definitely make more and try to run through every single one of these on the list, no matter how ridiculous they might be. I'll be trying and testing out these money makers to see how accurate they are so you don't have to. Let's get into the video. So for this video, we'll be collecting ashes. And when I saw this comment in my last video, I was really hoping that the OSRS Wiki would not have an entry for this, but unfortunately they do, which means we have to do this video now. But no worries, when Chris Brown asks you to do something, you do it. So the requirements for this amazing moneymaker is 30 fire making if you're using willow logs, or it'll change depending on what logs you want to use. In this video, I decided to go with maple logs because they were cheaper and we'd see more profit by doing that. But you need 45 fire making for the maple logs. Now, I was given an option as to how to obtain the ashes. We could either kill demons or burn logs and collect them. And I felt like if I did a whole hour of killing demons, it would be more about the actual loot I got from the demons instead of actually collecting the ashes. So I decided to go with the log method. And honestly, I didn't really know how to approach this. I mean, it's burning logs and collecting ashes, but the wiki actually has a method of, I guess, the best way to obtain these ashes. And basically it's to go to the far end of the Grand Exchange, the east side, and start lighting fires that will ultimately bring you back to the banker, where then you will withdraw 27 more logs, go back to the spot that you started, and then make another row of fires right next to the first one that you did. And then once you do that, the first row that you laid down should be turning to ashes. So what you'll want to do then is, of course, pull out 27 more logs, go to the ashes, collect them, and then light a fire in the spot that you collected the ashes. And basically you're just repeating that over and over again. But I ran into a problem while doing this. I found that the ashes were actually disappearing after 30 seconds or so. So I wasn't really sure if I should continue doing this method. I tried it out. I tested willows and maple logs to see if they have different timers, but they seem to be the same. And another problem was that the fires didn't go out in a row. So basically, if I were to light 5 fires, they would kind of randomly go out sometimes. As you'll see here, you'll see that some of the ashes are appearing even though I lit those fires, after the first one. So it was a mess. I felt like I was going to be missing too many ashes, and I just ultimately decided to go for a different method after finding this out. I honestly don't know when it changed the, despawn timer for the ashes. Like I said, the wiki said 3 minutes, but these were disappearing very quickly, and of course the fires were going out randomly, so it would just be a mess to go back and forth. But at first I thought maybe it was maybe there was a cleaner that was like sweeping up the ashes, because I know that if you light fires at Varrock East Bank, there's a man who will sweep up the ashes and they'll disappear. So I thought maybe that's what was going on, but I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. If you guys know if they changed the timers or if they released an update or something, then just let me know in the comments. So after the first method didn't work, I had to kind of devise my own plan. And what I ended up doing was lighting sort of a square shape of these fires, and then whenever they would turn into ashes, I would quickly run over, collect them, and then light a fire where I collected the ashes. Now, this method was very, very click intensive. I felt like I was soloing Theater of Blood or doing something crazy like that. But yeah, this ultimately it worked out pretty well. I did miss a couple ashes here and there simply because I wasn't able to keep track of how long an ash or ashes had until it would despawn. So again, I missed a couple. But the good news is, more than likely you won't be doing this method. This is just kind of a funny moneymaker to do. It's nowhere near efficient or viable, or I just don't do it. Honestly, just stay away from this. This was honestly more click intensive than my last video, which was tanning the dragon hides, and at least with the dragon hides you'll make a nice amount of money compared to this. Even our very first video of the OSRS Wiki money making methods was more profitable than this, which was, if you haven't seen it already, I picked bananas on Karamja for a whole hour, and that was, I don't know if it was around the same click intensity. I mean, I feel like it wasn't, because there was a lot of downtime whenever you teleport. but at least there you were making a decent amount of money compared to this one. I also decided to do this moneymaker on the 2200 total level worlds, just so I wouldn't have people stealing my ashes, if that's even a thing, and so I wouldn't have people asking me what I was doing. Because honestly, if I saw someone doing this, I'd probably ask them if they were okay. Thankfully, no one asked me here. It's pretty quiet. There was like anywhere from 2 to 3 people at the bank at any given time, and not a single person said something, so they had a lot more important and interesting things to deal with than talk to somebody who was collecting ashes. I'd say the only positive thing about doing this was getting some fire XP, but honestly there is much more better methods. You could just do Wintertod, which gives you a really great fire experience. I actually did that to 99, and that was my first 99 on my account, so it's pretty nice. And if you don't want to do Wintertod, you're better off just lighting logs and not collecting the ashes. There's no reason to collect the ashes. You're better off just lighting the logs and then just getting on with your life, because these ashes are not going to pay for anything. You're just don't do it. I can't stress enough how bad this moneymaker is. It's not even a moneymaker. I don't even know why it's on the list, but just don't do it. I even surprised myself after an hour. I couldn't believe that I had just collected ashes for an hour. I mean, it's just, it was one of those moments where I was questioning, what am I doing with my life? Just collecting ashes. A whole hour that I will never get back. But yeah, I think it's best not to think about that. Let's just keep positive thoughts. Changing the topic really quickly. Twisted Leagues did come out today. Well, actually it came out yesterday, but as of recording this video, it came out today. I actually haven't gone onto the worlds to try it out yet, but I do plan on testing it out, and I'm probably not going to go super hard on it. I don't feel like grinding out 2 months of, very efficient skilling and stuff, and I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think if you want to have fun and just experience RuneScape in a new way, then go ahead and do it. But as far as rewards, everything is tradable, so I feel like you're better off just doing stuff on your main and just, killing monsters for money, and then just buy the rewards whenever they get released 2 months from now. I feel like there really isn't any incentive to do it, like money-wise, but if you're looking for a new challenge, then by all means, go ahead and do it. I'm just going to do it just because I want to, experience RuneScape for the first time, I guess you could say, since I haven't really played an Ironman, but I think it'll be fun. And with that being said, we are quickly approaching the end of the 1 hour of collecting ashes. Again, I can't believe I did it, but you guys suggested it and I had to do it because it was on the wiki, so I hope you're happy and I hope you enjoyed. So now we can get down to the calculations because we want to see how much money we made after this long hour, and as you can see, we have 30,000 coins from the ashes that we collected during this 1 hour, and I believe we used 972 logs, so we'll be subtracting 6804 from the total to get our total profit. So here we are putting the ashes in for 32 coins each to sell it for around 29,000 coins. Not bad after a long hour of work. And there's the money, 29,312 coins. We can now use that to go bossing and do all kinds of other great money making methods. So yeah, I'd say, again, just in case you guys didn't hear me the first time, or just in case you guys thought I was joking, definitely do not do this method. There are many more methods you can do for much more money, so definitely stay away from this. So now for this next part of the video, we'll be doing, our usual calculations to see how much money we made from the full hour. And I want you to follow me carefully because this is going to get a little complicated. These are some of the biggest numbers that we've gotten in this series. So if we subtract the amount of money we spent on logs, which was 6,804 coins, from the total amount of money that we made, which was 29,312 coins, we get a grand total of 22,508 GP from 1 hour of collecting ashes. I gotta say, I really enjoyed doing this money making method, and I'm not just saying that. But yeah, if you guys have any other exciting and interesting money makers that you want to see me do, just go ahead and leave it down in the comments below and I will get to them as soon as possible. Besides the massive amount of money that we made during this 1 hour, we also managed to get 131,220 fire making XP. As always, I just want to say thanks for checking out the video, guys. I really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and maybe even a subscription. That's it for this video, and I will catch you guys next time.